So we've done our first little bit of charity. We always said what we want to do, and we want to sign players from this league for too much money and sell them for not enough money. I think it might be too late if everyone's getting 3 million quid a year in TV revenue. But, you know, college 75 or 20 grand better off. Hello, my name's Damien, I'm that Trucking Football Manager, and welcome back to Glasses United. And can I just say straight away, I feel slightly hard done by to not even be favoured personnel yet. I feel like I've done enough to warrant that, having gotten into Europe 2 seasons in a row. Just saying, just chuck that out there. No? No? Okay, fine, be like that, see if I care. Right, we have made some transfers. Yes, indeed, yes. First things first, we sold Jordan Hopper. I say sold, gave away Jordan Hopper. Bless him. He's someone who's been following us around since college. We nearly signed him for Europa and then decided against it, and he's come along now to Glasses. Played 17 games in 31-32. Did not play so many this year. He's not the best. He's not the worst either, and he was a homegrown, so he was useful. But when St. Joseph's came in for him, I thought, you know what? He'll improve them. Let him go for free, and we'll see if they do anything with him. We have also released some. We've thrown a few away. Harvey Sutcliffe has gone. 29-year-old English right back. Never going to play a game of football for us again. Wes Garfield, the English goalkeeper, the one we started with. Again, never going to play another game for us. Kicked them both out of the club for mutual termination. I forget how much exactly, but not much. We then go back to all transfers and we look on the inside of the column. And guess what, guys? On the subject of people following us around, here's Jalen Hankins. He was released by wherever he was, Laval, at the end of last season. And he's a good enough goalkeeper for our level. More importantly, he is homegrown. Homegrown is useful, folks. Jalen Hankins, he's not the very best. He is 32. That's not very old for a goalkeeper. But he's not the best. We know he's not the best. He was with us at wherever he was with us. Where was he with us? Europa for 2 years. We paid 10 grand for him. And then we let him go again. Wait, was it not Hankins? Am I thinking of someone else? Why do I feel like Hankins played way more than that? Gordon Vasily only played 11 games for the club. Did he annoy me? Did he make a very expensive mistake? Is that what I'm thinking of? I don't know. I seem to remember him doing better than that. But never mind. The point is, he's here now. And he is a better option than that other guy whose name escapes me. Hold the line, caller. Your call is important to us. Connor Eastham. He's better than Connor Eastham. And he agreed to be a backup, which is vitally important. He has actually gone into the first team at the minute, which is probably going to annoy Blackmore, but, you know, we'll worry about that when it happens. Then we signed Gavin Soul, the life and of the party. No, never mind. He's a centre mid. He's gone straight into the under-23s. He may or may not develop. He's got some determination. Again, he's homegrown. He's someone who can probably play against teams like Lynx quite easily. He's gone into reserves at 21. He may not make it, but we paid no money for him. And barely paying him a wage. So that's fine. He can sit there for a while. Jamie Kirby of Europa fame. He's a centre-half or right-back, but with 7 pace and 5 crossing, he's a centre-half. He's okay. He can get up for a header, kind of. He can jump for it. He just doesn't do much when he gets there. Marking and tackling, both good enough. Positioning, good. Again, homegrown, vitally... Wait, no, he's not. Scratch that. He's not homegrown, isn't he? No, because he's only joined Europa for £69,000. So he's Gibraltarian, but he's not homegrown. I probably did that. I imagine I did that. That seems like a lot of money, so it's probably my fault. We paid 350 quid for him. That's not 1,000, that's not 35 grand, that's not 3.5 grand, it's 350 quid. 0.35 of a K. But he's a good Gibraltarian option. Like I said, I don't think he qualifies as homegrown. Oh no, he does! Homegrown 15 to 21. Beautiful! Yes, He is homegrown. I wondered about that. Obviously, he bounced around more clubs than I thought. It looks like he's been around everywhere. But homegrown. That's why I signed him. I knew there was a reason. Gregor Walker comes in from St. Joseph's. 26-year-old centre-half. Again, maybe not good enough. Can't head it. Can jump. Can't really head it when he gets there. But he can mark. He can tackle. His position is good. His strength is good. He's a good, solid centre-half. He's just not great. He won't last until we start going deep in Europe again. But for now, he's Gibraltarian. He's homegrown. He's really helping with that cap. A Lincoln boy through and through until he left and went to St. Joseph's. Played several seasons. I believe I've even called him up a few times. Yes, I've called him up twice. So yeah, a good solid centre-half. Nothing special. Aaron Kendrick from College 75. You might recognise this face. This one's not homegrown because he was at Gillingham. Is he? He started his career at Gillingham. Wrong button. What did I do? I asked him for a leadership course. Never mind. He is homegrown. Woo! I'm paying attention, folks. Aaron Kendrick, holding midfielder, centre half, centre mid. Again, looking at those stats, he can kind of do all of it, really. His passing's not dreadful. He's not really a playmaker, but he can pass a bit, and he's better than the defensive midfielder we've got. And he's very, very brave. He can play centre half. He's probably going to be sort of floating around cover. That's fine. He was a college boy. I think we might have signed him from college. No, we can't though. Not in 29. We're already at Europa by then. I recognise the name and I'm not sure why. I've only called him up for a cap once, so it can't be that. But for some reason I recognise the name anyway. And that's our signings in, folks. So £20,350. And that brings in 5 people. That's alright, isn't it? Finances-wise, we've convinced the board to give us more transfer budget because, hell, there's 2 million quid in the bank. You'll notice that little dip off there. That's because we're paying for new training facilities as well. We're well inside the wage budget because I tweaked it. I was given 500 grand of transfer budget, and God knows what we're going to do with that. So I put it all in the wage bill. Vision-wise, you can see we're still working on our professional status. We get that at the end of the year. Increased transfer budget, increased junior coaching budget, and we're working on training facilities. They won't give me youth facilities because apparently I should be signing players instead of developing them, which is annoying. They won't give me the youth recruitment because they think it's fine. And we did talk about a stadium and they figure we're not getting crowds enough, which might be fair. If we look at the schedule, home games 7-11, 160, so that's a friendly, doesn't really count. 973, 959, 1995 for Man 62 though. So they're right, we're not getting enough for that, really, are they? So that's fine. We have got, by the way, oh yeah, schedule. Who have we played and what have we done? You saw Lincoln. Yes. We then beat St. Joseph's 5-1. Manuel Williams with a hat-trick. Dave Woods and Harry Johnson with goals there. Mons Calpe away was a 3-0 win. Kevin Heim with a brace and Taraj with the other one. Beat College 75 5-2. Taraj, Woods, Dover, Roberts and Adam Stevens with a 95th minute goal. And we beat the Magpies 4-2. Taraj, Williams, Woods and Dover. And bear in mind it was 2 each into the hour. That was embarrassing. But we went on to beat them in the end. We have Europa, then 3 easies, then Europa and Lincoln back-to-back. Then the Cup, then the 3 easies and Lincoln for the last day of the season. So, in a break from tradition, we're probably coming back for the last day of the season. I'm not going to do all of these. I don't think I am, unless I get into scheduling issues with my recording, in which case you might suddenly find us doing that game as well. But as you know, I'm trying to cut down the episode length a bit. Not episode length, the episode count, the season length a bit, to try and hammer through a bit further. Because, you know, we're fast approaching July, which means we've got August, September, October, November, 4 months to get somewhere. And we're nowhere at the minute, you have to say. Yes, we've done well with Europa, and we're doing well with Glasses, but what are we doing with Gibraltar, really? Nothing, if we're being honest. We've been drawn in a World Cup qualifying group that we haven't got a chance of getting a point in. We will be playing England, then Slovenia and Greece and Northern Ireland. We might be able to filch a point off Northern Ireland, but that's it. We're in trouble, essentially. I'm going to chuck some friendlies in, actually, having said that. When's the next space? There. 51 to 100. Let's have Peru. They're usually beatable. As long as Nobby Solano hasn't come back from the dead. Any more slots? Oh, there's one. Let's have that. August the 31st, or a slightly easier game then. The Democratic People's Republic of Korea. It wants to play North Korea. Can we go away to North Korea? That would be funny. Oh, the board will not sanction this friendly match. It's too far to travel. Where can we go? Can we go on holiday somewhere? Let's go on holiday to Costa Rica. That would be fun. Nah, it's too high. Too high. We want to win these games. Panama, you say? Let's go to Panama on holiday. There you go. That's 31st of August away in Panama. Who doesn't want that? But yes, we have Europa, and then somebody else. Ooh, Man 62. So it should be 1 loss, 1 win, really. I have gone around and beaten the assistant manager to death with a baseball bat, so hopefully we're not going to lose any players to reserve games. We've got 3 centre-halves on the bench. Is that really necessary? Sumner, go take a shower, mate. Don Watkins, you can sit there. That'll do. Hankins will start in goal. Will he? Is he better than Blackmore? Yeah, maybe he is, actually. Hankins will start in goal, with Garner, Roberts, Dover and Somerville along the back four. Wood and Stevens in the middle. Taraj and Eaton on the wings. Rickard and Williams up top. Yes, we've got Heim, Kay and Hawke. Yeah, we're fine with that team. Yes. Squad numbers for 2 players in the squad. Aaron Kendrick wants 4. Does he indeed? How about 44? Is that good for you? Greg Walker, you can have number 5 because you're not being picky. Okay? Okay. Cool. I must be thinking of someone else when I see Aaron Kendrick's name, I have to say, because I'm sure I remember a player with that name. But, well, not Aaron. Maybe it was something else Kendrick. Again, if you can remember, feel free to tell me. If you're someone who's been binge watching this series and just got here, was there a Kendrick in our teams? Because that one hasn't ever played for me before, apart from, again, very briefly for Europe. Oh, I'm going to struggle not to support Europa in this time, aren't I? Webb with the kick. Roberts loses out in the air, but Taraj finds Somerville, who completely walks into Caetano. A few slots went into McGruer, and what a save that is from Hankins to stop us from going embarrassingly behind easy. Embarrassingly behind easy. No idea. Daly to take the corner, and yeah, this is such a good side that we're playing against here. And it's a good header that sails harm. It's not a good header. It's well won. It's not a good header. So we need to chuck an encourage out there. Hankins flicks it to Dover. Somerville. Up the line to Taraj. Somerville again. Williams. Turns well. Taraj has to cut back. That's fine. Somerville again. Taraj again. It's nice passing play up here. Somerville. Back to Stevens. I've said it's nice passing play, so commentator's curse suggests we're about to get in trouble here. Dover just sort of humps one forward. Kiezu's never losing that in the air. Richardson plays a much better ball forward. Stevens is running in treacle. Caetano to Daly. And Zajimi's got to be offside, hasn't he? Yeah, he is. I just see it just under the... I'm pointing at the screen, how amateur. Just about here, you can just about see a flag just go... And there was much rejoicing. Slightly niche. Old. Not niche, necessarily. We've got a free kick. Eaton's going to take it. Can we be a threat? That's the thing. Williams is there. Emmanuel Williams is onside and puts us 1-0 up. Maybe we can be a threat. Emmanuel Williams puts one past his old club, one of his many old clubs, if we're being honest. But the thing is with this Europa side is you have to say, I mean, it's basically the international side, minus the players like McGruer, who still won't convert from Scottish. He's 26, coming on 27 now. And he still won't convert from being Scottish. Despite the fact that he's never been called up for Scotland, and he never will be, because he's not really that good. And he would completely change our forward line as Gibraltar, but he won't do it. And nor will Russell Stewart, wherever he is nowadays. I've given up on Russell Stewart, he's just vanished. I remember selling him to... Southampton, maybe? Anyone remember where I sold Russell Stewart to? Anyone care where I sold Russell Stewart to? But the point is, he's never going to convert. McGruer's never going to convert. Someone's picked up a knock. Mitch Roberts hampered by his injury, but yet with one of the best fitnesses out there, and he's not actually injured. What is the... Well, we'll give him 5 minutes and see how he gets on. And to be fair, the goal we scored was our first shot, but since then, we're now ahead on shots. That's interesting. Roland to take the throw-in. McGruer knocks it back to Zajmi. who lifts it over the keeper. The keeper doesn't cover himself in glory, goes down very easily. But to be fair, we've done well to go to the 54th minute without conceding here. It's brilliant marking of McGruer. No, not brilliant, the other thing. Dreadful, that's the one. And to be fair, I'm being harsh on the keeper. He's out, he's unsighted, the whole works. Pause it there. Woods is looking knackered, so let's get Hawkins on there. Then what? It says Roberts is hampered by his injury, but at the same time he's looking fit and he's not injured, according to this. He seems fine, we're going to leave him on. Chuck and encourage out there. And to be fair, I mean, I don't think we'll get it, but if you're offering, I'll take a draw. Daly's corner, headed away well by Roberts. We're not going to get there first. Eaton doesn't come back. Rickard charges out but doesn't get there. Zajmi, got to work out how to pronounce that. Richardson to Daly. Well intercepted by Garner, but only gives it back. Daly and Richardson trip over each other. It finds its way to Galliano. And Taraj lunges in on Staunton. We still don't get possession out of it, though. Zajmi, McGruer slots one into Few, who panics. Absolutely panics. And we get away with another one. And I think it might be time for more changes. Now, who can we get away with taking off? Can we get away with taking off Eaton? Are we allowed to do that? Yes. We'll play Haim up top then. And in exchange, we'll put Kendrick in for Stevens at centre mid. The defensive-minded centre mid. And in fact, having said all that, let's change him to a ball winner. And typically enough, we didn't bring the other guy along who's actually a ball winner. Never mind. Daly to take a corner. We'll be lucky to get out of this with a point, won't we? Few is completely unmarked. And Few he missed, I guess. That's awful marking. Chuck and encourage out there. See what happens. 13 to play. Hankins to Dover. Are we going to build it up beautifully or are we going to do something stupid? Somerville starts working on that stupid thing but gets away with it. Dover back to Hankins. Roberts. We're going to do well to get out of this, aren't we? Garner to Rickard. It's well played around them, to be fair, and there's 5 men behind the ball now. Let's go. Rickard gives away all of that advantage we managed to build through clever passing. Hawkins. Oh, that's awful. Oh, Hawkins. What kind of a pass was that? Webb has time to think about it. Big boot forward. Roberts has to win this and doesn't. I mean, McGruer is huge, to be fair. Few goes out wide. Richardson's cross. Zajmi crosses it in. McGruer's got a tap in. Absolute tap in. And that is all from Hawkins, and maybe he's the wrong midfielder to bring on. Oh, dear. And the thing is, it's not like he didn't have options. It was a dreadful ball and no players in front of him who are open. Oh, dear. Right, that's fine. You know, poo happens, as they say. Go very attacking. See if we can get back into it. 3 to play. Hankins lifts it up. It's 1.5 to play, actually. I don't know why I said 3. Galliano to Daly. Daly. McGruer back to Galliano. Lifts it forward. Zajmi's got Garner beat in the foot race. And to lose this 3-1 would be very harsh. Cross comes in. Caetano with the header off the crossbar. I wonder if Caetano's available, I have to say. Because he was not particularly high star rated when I signed him. Daly. Headed away by Dover. Williams will get in the end of it. Can we get something out of this? Williams has got a lot of work on. Somerville. Oh, it's again a dreadful pass. These aren't like... These are mistakes. You know, baseball would call this an error. That's an unforced error. If you wait 3 seconds longer, Williams sets off a bit further, you send the ball down the line to him and just give it to the man marking him. 12 seconds. Hawkins goes long. Williams takes on Staunton. It goes out for a Europa throw, and that'll be that, I reckon. 94-10. We're past injury time. Staunton's throw-in. Here's Few to Daly. 20 seconds past injury time. I really don't want to concede another goal. A 2-1 defeat to Europa. You know what? It's really not that bad. We've made them work for it, and they were, you know, ultimately they were gifted it by Hawkins. Did yourselves proud. Fair play. It's a good result. I know it's a loss. I do. I understand it's a loss. But look, we're 10 points ahead of Man 62 and Magpies. We're going to get into Europe again. we're not going to finish second. We're not going to finish first. We're going to finish third again. We're going to finish third every season until we get it sorted out. Am I like making the suspenseful thing happen? Yeah? Yeah? Good. I like it when it's suspenseful. Let's go play Man 62. You know a corner's been turned when I now feel confident enough to rotate the squad for a league game. And so we have. Now, if this goes wrong, this goes wrong. And I apologise for it now. But Hankins will be in goal with Forrest, Hobbs, Kendrick and Daria Henry along the back four. Stevens and Walker in the middle. Taraj and Kay on the wings. Haim and Williams up top. I don't know if this is the wrong decision. But we should be comfortably better than Man 62. Like, we are 10 points ahead of them for a reason, right? I thought about rotating goalkeepers as well, but I've decided against it. This is the match we should be winning. Make sure we do. Also faith. It will be interesting to see how well this team does. Because this team should be good enough to win this match. There's not a lot of unfit players. I mean, Kay isn't particularly fit. But the rest of them aren't bad. But at the same time, we've made a massive change. Dynamics might not be there. We might struggle for that reason. And it has to be said, nothing's happened in 20 minutes. Forrest lifts one forward. Shuttleworth heads it away, but Gregor Walker can pick it up in the middle. Taraj has the overlap, doesn't use it. Williams will use it though. Daria Henry bombs forward. Blocked away by Edwards, but Taraj will pick it up. Walker lifts it into the area. Stevens has come forward. Stevens in off the crossbar. Gorgeous finish. Gregor Walker to Adam Stevens. Alan? Aaron? Could be Aaron. I don't remember. Mr. Stevens. I want to say Adam. I don't think it is, though. It's a gorgeous ball from centre half. Adam. Woo! Adam Stevens. I knew it. I told you. And Stevens, I think that's his second goal for the club. And did he take it well? Holy smokes. And it'll put us up to third in the second half of the table as well, which is where we expect to be, isn't it? Let's be honest. We expect to not take over these two in either form of the league table. Third and third will do me nicely. And I think next year we've got to take on Lincoln. Because next year we will be pro. And we will be rich. Make sure we beat our rivals handsomely. Also faith. Do we need to change anything? I don't think we do. Let's just go for it. Yeah, we'll be rich. I mean, obviously they will as well, but the thing is they're already rich, and there's only so much money can do at this level. So they've been rich since the game began. They've been rich for 13 seasons. So as we now will start to improve up to their level, and we'll start to get in Europa, it's going to level out the playing field a bit. It will be really, really interesting to see what the other clubs do. If they start going pro or not. Because obviously I went and nagged the board and they went, alright, fine, shut up and we'll do it. But I'm going to bring on David Woods. I'm going to bring on Chris Eaton. And I'm going to bring on Stephen Sumner. No, I'm not, because I'm not allowed. I really hate that rule. Who can we bring on that we're allowed to bring on? Finley Cawthorne for Kevin Heim. Boring. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if anyone else goes pro. And if they do, it will be really interesting to see how the league develops now that this money is in the league. Outstretched arms, delighted. And it's a 1-0 win. It's boring as heck, but we've won it. We could have done a lot better, but we could also have done a lot worse. We're now 13 points clear of 4th place. We're going to finish in European places. I am probably going to come back for the last 2 years. We're 6 points behind Lincoln already. But they have to play Europa twice. They'll probably lose both. We've only got to play Europa once, which means we'll lose one more. We'd be 3 points behind Lincoln again. I imagine I'll be back for the last 2 games of the season. I imagine so, anyway. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this one, please do like, sub up if you are new. Please do chuck those likes and comments down. Have a little chat in the comment section. I always respond, unless YouTube eats your comment. I'll always respond. Let's have a little chat. Make me feel a little bit better about sitting in the sweltering heat in front of all the lights, recording an episode of this. Yeah? Good on you. I'll see you next week. Have a magnificent weekend. Bye-bye.